Hi, this is Gilgamesh. I wanted to cover this because this has just happened. You know, the flight logs. Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs. The only reason Donald Trump appears on his because before Epstein got his private jet that he nicknamed Lolita Express that he took to his private island that people call Little St. James Island or Lolita Island or Pedo Island. Trump was friends with Epstein till he caught him trying to have his way with a underage girl at his Mar-a-Lago golf course, and then he ended it and helped turn him into the authorities. And the only person that would go to Epstein's island for any other reason would be his lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, who would go there because he's his lawyer. Other people that go to this, that are on these flight logs for going to Epstein's island, only went there to have sex with children. There's no other reason they went to his island. Understand that. And this isn't the ledger that he had that had all the names of people. These are people that are on the flight logs who put their names down, got their names put on the flight logs. We knew about Bill Clinton. As president, he went 26 times. That we knew about. But Donald Trump never went to Epstein's private island. He did not go on this. He was never on this. He went from Florida, where he did business, where his golf course, to New York. That's the only reason Trump would be on any flight logs. He never... This is the problem. They're trying to put Trump in saying that he went to Epstein's island. He never went to his private island. Because he didn't have that island back when Trump knew Epstein. He got that island much later. And that's why Donald Trump's name, Newsweek's bringing Donald Trump in this. Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, and more. These are just some of the high-profile figures who allegedly flew in convicted. Donald Trump didn't, by the way. Like I said, he did not fly on Lolita Express. Newsweek should correct this because they know this is a lie about Donald Trump. But yes, these two definitely went to his pedo island because this plane he only bought to go to his private island. He had another plane that he took elsewhere. So if you went on Lolita Express, you went to private pedo island to fuck kids, unless you were Dershowitz or one of his lawyers. Otherwise, he had other planes that he used from places like Chicago. That's before Donald Trump bought a private plane. So, Epstein's plane was derivatively called the Lolita Express, which Donald Trump never was on, by certain media outlets, following allegations that it was used to fly underage girls to some of the late financiers' properties, like New York. Yeah, when he got Lolita, this was to go to his private island, to his apartment in New York. He used that. That was what those were for. The trial, she was tried. Here's the messed up thing. She went on trial for trafficking kids to apparently no one, because no names were put out. Of Ghislaine Maxwell's, she's already been convicted. She's given a lesser for 30 years. That's Lawrence Paul, a pilot for Boeing's, And of course you had Prince Andrew. He's a pedophile. But we'll get to the names of some of these people that are on here. Okay. Told the court that he recalled Prince Andrew being a passenger on the jet, as well as actors Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker. He also remembered violinist Perlman. I don't know how to pronounce that first name. And named tech mogul Bill Gates. Of course we know Bill Gates. And politician and former astronaut John Glenn. Ooh, that ain't good. Former Senate Majority Leader George Mitchell was also named as being a passenger on Lolita Express. Donald Trump never did. No, Donald Trump never did. He knows is not. They know this isn't true. This plane was only and Donald Trump never went to private pedo island, so you could fuck off on this. Yeah. But there's much more to this. There's more people who have, Trump never denied that he once was friends with this guy. He's one of the few that was honest about that he was friends with Epstein. He didn't, he didn't deny it until he, essentially, this that doesn't quite go into it, but here's the actual flight logs. These are the actual flight logs, and the names on here. And I tried finding more. Names of everyone who flew on Jeffrey Epstein's planes, to his island. No, thank you. I'm not gonna subscribe to you. There was we're going. Yeah, this guy had a lot of people that love going to his islands to have sex with kids. Yeah, Epstein was quite. Where are the names? No, we're not getting the fucking. What the fuck? Okay, apparently that didn't work. I was trying to get the actual names. Yeah, there's, like I said, these are the flight logs right here. Yeah. That have the names of people. There's a lot of people that went on this. You'll see some of the same names. Epstein, of course, Maxwell. Don't know who Jeff Epstein is. But yeah, here's all, this thing goes on and on. This is the flight logs that have, I don't know who, Eve Dublin. Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's Catherine Ferga. Yeah, these names are all here for you to look at. I thought I would, I know other people have this has been brought up, some of the names that were on, like John Legend. Let me look again. Let's look at. I wish I could bring this in for closer, but I can't because fuck it, they don't let you. Try to find the fucking. Like I said, Trump only went on his private jet before he bought the Lolita Express. Yep, here are some for, we're going to get to the names if I can. Named list in Epstein's Black Book first report. Okay, we know Donald Trump because, like I said, there's former Israeli right here, Ted Kennedy, Alec Baldwin, Courtney Love, Bill Clinton, There's also, oh yeah, Bill Clinton. Oh, he went 26 trips, yeah. As Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker. Oh, to Africa to tour. Okay. They, but Kevin Spacey did go to his private fucking island. Some of these people, yeah. Alan Dershowitz was Epstein's lawyer, so he of course would be flying with him. But there's other people, like they said, Alec Baldwin, there's Christy Teigen, there's John Legend. I can't find the whole. Yeah, he basically, a lot of fucking famous people, You can look at this. This is the flight logs that tell you everything. You can go through this. It's really long. I mean, it goes on for a long time. You'll see names on here, that some of the same names, but you'll see other people. So yeah, I recommend looking at that. Go through that. But yeah, a lot of famous people went to Epstein's Island to have sex with children. Donald Trump was not one of them. There's a difference between going from like from Florida to New York, or going, let's say, from U.S. to Africa. But when you go to his pedo island, those people like Seth Green's been there, Tom Hanks, Spielberg. I knew about Spielberg because of what happened with Corey Haim. Charlie Sheen's the only man on that set that didn't rape Corey Haim. Everyone else took turns fucking Corey Haim. Yeah. So I wanted to quickly do this. Epstein, had a lot, and he was connected to the people who do run all the human trafficking. He was just a part of it. And a lot of those people in those ledgers know that their name should not be in Jeffrey Epstein's ledger. We're not talking people like Bill Clinton. Much more like prominent people that, frankly, they're afraid that if their names got out, it would be the end of them. So, yeah. Well, this is Gilgamesh. I will talk to you later. Bye.